What's up, guys? In today's superhero training whatever thing, I'm going to show you how to punch through bricks. Show you a couple different ways. Punching straight through like this. And I'm going to show you how to chop it in half. Like this. Stick around. I'll show you how to do it. Alright, guys.
Smoke bomb!
Let's be superheroes. Alright, so how do you do this? You could spend all day hitting pinto beans and slapping water and all that kind of stuff to toughen up your hands. Or you could skip all that crap and just punch a bunch of bricks to toughen up your hands. So, a couple things probably when you first start out. You're going to see it, I'm going to teach you how to do it, and you're going to want to just hit it with everything you have. Don't do that. You'll probably break your hand, so don't do that. Basically what I would do is start out, set up the bricks the way I'm going to show you how to do it, and then just hit it softly, then a little harder, then a little harder, and then just keep doing that. And if you don't break it, after like the 15th time you try it on your first day, you know, start trying it with your other hand about 15 times. If you don't break it, take a day off the next day. Don't do it the next day. Let your hand heal up a little bit, and then try it the day after that. And you'll probably get it. I'd say most people can get it at least on their like third day of trying that. So try a day, rest, try a day, rest. On that third day, you can probably, I'd say almost everybody can do this by that point in time. But I showed somebody how to do this, and I mean, I got it on my first day. The guy I showed how to do it broke 2 bricks on his first day. I mean, it's a thing that you can learn like pretty much immediately. So anyways, when you're setting it up, first I'll show you the easier way to do it, which is like this. When you set it up like that, you're going to want, if you look on a brick, there's like a bevel on the side. You don't want that facing down, because if you do that, it tends to rock on you whenever you're hitting it. That's really annoying. So you want to put that down so that you have a good solid platform with the bevel facing up. Same thing with the brick that you're hitting, bevel facing up for the same reason. When I first started doing this, I thought leverage was what was important, so I kept moving it forward like this so that it would be way out here to make it easier. Problem with that is it pops up like that and hits your hand and makes it harder. So it's actually easier if you scoot it back and try to break, you know, if anything, perfectly even's great, but if anything, you'd want to go a little bit less and try to break like a little bitty chunk off is actually the easiest way to do it. That was kind of lame, just broke the end off, but whatever. Next up, next thing you need to know how to do is, when you're hitting it, you want to hit and don't aim for the actual brick. Aim 4 to 6 inches below the brick, so that you're actually going through it. That's how you do that. That's how you do any strike, really, with a punching, palm heel strike, karate chop, whatever. And you can, well, I'm going to show you how to palm heel strike it. You can just as easily do it with a karate chop. I don't see any use for a karate chop, so I never do that. But if you want to, go right ahead. And then the other thing is how you set it up. You want to set it up with a gap like that, and then try to visualize that what's actually happening is the brick is hitting the brick, and that's what's breaking it instead of your hand. And right about now you're probably thinking like, oh, so the brick breaks the brick. It's not actually your hand. This is a dirty trick. It's lame. It's not actually punching through. Well, go try it. It's actually harder than it looks. But and then you're probably also thinking, well, I've seen, you know, karate masters, shaolin, kung fu people do it without doing that. Guess again, because when they do it, they set it up like this, and then right before they hit it, they lift it up and then hit it. So they lift it up with, they have it sitting like this, their hand that's stabilizing it, right before they hit it, they lift it up and then hit it. If you watch those videos on slow-mo, this is how this is done. So while they do a lot of training and stuff to make it easier to where they can get it on their first try, really you have the skills and whatever to be able to do it today. So I'm going to show you how. You already know with the stuff that I just said basically how to do it. Next step would be how to do an actual palm heel strike. So what you want to do is, the easiest way I've found is to do this. There's a lot of people online that are saying to go ahead and palm heel strike with your fingers just slightly curved like this, because if you were, for instance, to hit someone in the face like this and miss and hit your knuckles on their forehead or something, you could hurt your knuckles. So I've tried to do it like this, but I've found that your hand is just not, if you're good enough to be able to strike like that and still have a strong hand, great. That's definitely the ideal way to do it, but I've found that it's a lot harder and it doesn't work as good. So when you're first starting off, bring it back like that, tighten up your hand, your knuckle goes down like, or your thumb goes down like that, and then locks in. It doesn't just go down like this, it locks back to toughen up. You'll feel, whenever you're doing it right, you'll feel that this gets a lot more firm. So anyways, that's the first way to do it. Second way to do it is actually punching through, and it's basically the same concept. You have 2 bricks or 3 bricks set like this, and then same thing. Right before you hit it, you lift this up. Then that hits that brick, and it breaks it in half. Same exact principle, just a different way of setting it up. I found that way to be a lot harder. If you're doing it that way, it's best if you have like a waist level thing to put it on, because then you can stand and drop your back leg back and your weight down, and by doing that, your weight is slamming into it and making it a lot easier to do. Whenever I actually go to do this, I'm going to do it just sitting down, and it's much harder to do sitting down. I don't recommend doing it that way. If you're going to break through, setting up with 3 of them, I would definitely recommend doing it on something that's about waist level so you can drop down into it. But I'm going to do it this way anyways, just because I don't have anything waist level in my immediate area. I'd have to like go somewhere or something, and I don't feel like doing that. Broke the wrong one.